Hey Tina, what's up?
Oh, nothing much. Just a little bummed.
Why are you bummed?
I finally opened one of those letters I got from the IRS, and it says I owe a bunch of taxes for 2005.
How'd that happen? Didn't you file a return? I file mine every year. Refund, refund, refund.
Well, I haven't really filed since like 2004.
What? Why didn't you file?
I did my return that year, and it said I owed like $400, and I couldn't pay that.
Well, this might be a coincidence, but I just went to a tax clinic at the Legal Aid, and the information I got from them might be very useful for you. The presentation covered typical tax issues, ways that tax issues can be resolved, and we were able to ask questions.
I don't even get it. I didn't file a return, and the IRS still says I owe taxes. What's the deal with that? And they told me I owe more than $400. They told me I owe like $2,000.
Wow, 2K? That reminds me of a scenario at the Legal Aid presentation. There was this guy there to work construction, and he found out he owed a bunch of money because the company he worked for listed him as an independent contractor license. The company didn't take any withholdings, and he owed a lot of self-employment taxes at the end of the year. There was another scenario about a married couple that was separated. They filed separately, but they were having issues claiming credits and getting refunds. They were unaware of any discrepancies until they got a letter from the IRS and they had to pay back some of the refunds.
Really? Well, when I was working, taxes were taken out of every paycheck, and I was the only one taking care of my son. But I still don't get it. Why did the IRS file a return? How did they find out I didn't file?
Well, the information that I received from Legal Aid says that the IRS gets your W-2s from your employer. Therefore, they know your income.
Oh, I didn't really think about that. But why do they say I owe more than $400?
Well, when the IRS gets your income information, they just plug the numbers in. They don't take into account that you might have dependents, deductions, or qualify for credits. See, all that makes a difference when you're figuring out what you owe. So when they get the income information and you ignore the letters that they send you, the ones that you haven't opened yet telling you to file your returns, they file what is called a substitute for return.
Oh, wow, you know a lot. What do I do now?
Open all your letters and file all your returns.
But I don't have the W-2s from those years. I'd have to dig around my mom's basement for years to find all of those.
First, you need a better filing system. Second, you could probably go to one of the Legal Aid tax clinics for assistance, or you can call the IRS at 800-829-1040 and request the W-2s from them. I also learned at the clinic that they call the W-2s wage and income transcripts. The transcripts from the W-2s show how much you were paid by your employer and how much federal tax was withheld. It doesn't show the state tax withholdings though, so it might be worth you digging through your mom's basement to find those W-2s so you can get caught up on your state filings. Or if the employer is still in business, you can call and request it from them.
Oh, all right, cool.
You can even get help filing your returns. I found out about this new resource called the Benefit Bank. They help you file your returns for the years 2006 through 2008. Or you can call 211 to get more information about the Benefit Bank. And for earlier years, you can call the IRS and get help.
Oh, okay. Then what? Send the returns in even though I can't pay?
Yep, send them in with any money that you owe, or you can set up payment plans.
With the payments I can afford, or will I just be paying this off forever?
No, not forever. The IRS usually only has 10 years to collect the taxes that you owe, and then they're wiped clean from the books.
Oh, so I could just sit back and do nothing and...
No, that 10-year limit on collection only applies for those that have actually filed for themselves. If they file, they can collect to the end of time. It is so much better if you file your own return. Hey, how'd those tax issues work out?
All taken care of.
Oh, so you mean you end up owing nothing?
Well, yes, I did, but I had refunds from 2007 and 2008 that helped to pay off some of the taxes.
So they're all paid off?
Well, no, but my collection's put on hold. Since I'm unemployed right now, I was able to show the IRS that I'm in a financial hardship situation. My expenses are way more than my income and assets, so the IRS stopped collecting.
Does that mean you never have to pay?
I wish, but I do have to pay. And actually, my debt is getting bigger. Until I pay it all off, the IRS continues to add penalties and interest to my account. But as soon as I get a job, I'm going to start paying it off right away.
Did you set up a payment plan?
Well, not yet. And the IRS actually calls it an installment agreement. But when I do, I can pay a little bit off every month, and the IRS continues to keep refunds that are due to me. But if I miss a payment, or I don't file a return, or if I don't tell my employer to withhold enough taxes, the IRS can cancel the agreement and actually garnish money from my bank account.
How do you know if your employer is taking out enough taxes?
Well, I took your advice and went to one of the tax clinics at Legal Aid, and they gave me some great information. Plus, I went to the IRS's website. They have a tax calculator on there that I can use to figure out just how much my employer should be taking out of my paycheck. You should really check it out.
I'll do that. And as for you, it would be best for you to file your taxes every year, regardless of what you owe.